Welcome back to episode 10. You're watching Claude AI for Developer. In this episode, we are going to discuss about Claude extension for VS Code. In our previous episode, episode 9, we have discussed how to use Claude Code within the command line prompt and how to install the Claude Code CLI on your prompt. In this episode, we are going to learn how to use Claude Code within your Visual Studio Code with the help of the extension. You will learn how to configure and install that extension. You will learn how to perform the inline editing. I'll also show you some of the tricks and tips available within the Claude CLI and all the every minor to major detail about the Claude Code extension. So without having further delay, let's begin with the Visual Studio Code. So here is the folder I have created for this particular demo. In this particular folder, I have a prompt right now. It is a long prompt which I've generated with the chat GPT. And this prompt is about having the fast API project created. So I'll refer this prompt to create the fast API project. It is a long project. Obviously, it would take time if I would like to write my own. So now how do I use this prompt with the help of the Visual Studio Code extension? Well, first of all, I have to install that particular extension. So if you go to the extension, you would find the Claude Code extension. You simply search for Claude Code and you would find this particular extension. Simply install it by clicking on the install button. If you have not already installed it, you would find the install button instead of the uninstall button. Now, once you perform the installation, you would find this kind of icon, which is a Claude icon. You click here and you can simply click on new session and it will begin a new session. Obviously, if you are not logged into using your Claude account, then as soon as you click on new session, it will ask you to log in with your Claude account and so that it can initiate the session. At the moment, log in with my Claude account on this particular extension. So as soon as I click new session, it is creating a new session for me. And here is my new session open, which is in this directory. Because I'm in this directory, so my Claude session has access to this entire directory. All the files, any file which I have, I can connect to any of these files in this particular directory. How? I'm going to show you that. But if you pay attention to this particular layout, it has three options. On the very left, you have the plus icon. If you click on this particular plus icon, here is the option to provide or upload any of the context which is available within the or which you would like to specify for your application or project. So you can click on add context and you can specify the file. Let's say if I simply click on add context, it will add the file and it will have list connectivity or option. It will try and load all the file which is available in the directory. At the moment, I just have prom.md file, so it is displaying that particular file. But try and explore this option if on a directory which has many files, so it will give you a list of all the files which you have it. As soon as you can directly type the @ as well and it will perform the same activity. Just @ and the name of the file. So now you're saying that I'm going to refer this file to create a fast API project. That's the name I would like to give, and I'm just adding it in the single quotes. So it's now should be reading that file and should be performing the creation of the fast API. So earlier I have given you a demo with the CLI where I was writing an inline prompt, but this is another example where I'm giving that you have a prompt in a file already written and you're using that particular file as an input while using or running the Claude prompt basically. So here it is. It's asking me to generate all these files. So let me just run. I'm okay with creating all these files. It's basically saying that it does not have any files available, so it's going to create all those files. So whatever tool it needs, whether it is PowerShell, Bash, or all these things, it will run and try and create all those projects. Because in the prompt itself, it is mentioned that it's going to create the unit test cases and anything else which is needed for this. It will create all this, and you can say that any command which is trying to write or create new file, it is asking me to have a approval as human in the loop, whether I would like, I'm okay to approve creating those files or not at all the stages. So this is demo number 1, and so that I'll show you some of the more demonstration. Okay, so it has executed the command, and finally it is generating the summary, what all things it has done. So it has created these mini files, what each file does, and how do I need to run this application. I need to navigate to this directory, run this Python command, install the Python requirement file, all the requirement file, and then I need to run the uv con command to run this or launch this application, and then finally I can run the py test to execute the test cases. In fact, if I would like to perform this activity from the Claude itself, I can ask Claude to run the application, and then it will run the application or run the test cases as well. Now consider a scenario. This project or application is already there. Let me just go to the new session. I'll just go to the new session. Consider that you are working on an application which already has this kind of a code, and you're new to this application code, and you want to know more about what kind of implementation or architecture this application has. Help me understand the project, what it does. Simple question, chatbot kind of a question which you're asking, but it is just related to this code base where we have set up or initialized the session of this Claude Code from Visual Studio Code extension. So it is trying to explore the files which are there in this particular application, and simply it will respond at what this project is all about, and it is going to give me all the detail. This is going to be very helpful if you're working on an application migration, you don't know anything about your project code, and you want to make it some migration suggestion or understand the architecture or the implementation, or maybe scenario number 2, if there is application which has some bug. But if you want to identify where this particular bug could be, you simply paste the error and say that I'm getting this particular error in this code where I have initialized the session. So you want to know more about the error and what could be the root cause of this error, where the errors can be possibly raised, and what are the fixes available. So it will give you the response along with the changes. So this is very good. You are working on a chatbot scenario. Now we have talked about this context thing. All right, now let me show you and also about the in general conversation with Claude and your code. But if you would like to understand more about the commands, you can simply press this and it will display the grouping of the commands which it has. So for example, I have a context group in which I have the attached file, where I can attach any external file from within my computer, and that file will be referred as in context while running any of the command or any of the chat which or conversation which I would like to have with Claude. So that conversation, it will hold along with that context which I am adding. Let's say context could be your architecture document, your design principle, your data modeling, your functional feature. It could be anything, any file, Excel file, images, PDF, anything. You can add it as a context, and while having a conversation, it will refer to that context which you have attached, right? You can have a clear conversation, it will clear all the conversation, it will set up, it is act like the same as clear command which we have learned while using the CLI. Now we also have the model specific commands, like right now it is running with the Sonnet 4.6, but if I would like to switch to any other model, so I can simply click on this and it will give me all the Claude specific model which are available, and I can make use of any of this by selecting to these. If you don't want to select, you can simply press escape and that will escape it again. Now you can also set up the effort. At the moment it is moderate to high effort, it is set up right now. If you want to set up to low or highest, depends upon what kind of a task you're doing, that is also you can adjust it from here. You can also know about your account uses or view account details. It is authentication status kind of a command, so you can make use of that as well. Then you have some of the customization about your terminals, like the agent. If you have the external agent which you have created, you want to plug in that agent as part of your conversation. If you have any hooks or tools or MCP server, anything like that, if you configured or created as part of the project or anywhere in the project, if you want to plug in those agents, hooks, or the MCP server in this particular conversation, you can plug in it right here from this customization option. Now you may having question, what are the agent, hooks, memory, MCP server? That is something which we will discuss in detail in our upcoming phases, but for now consider that this is some of the advanced level configuration within the Claude, which is the internal functionality of the Claude, the way Claude works. So those conversation also or configuration also you can possibly do with this particular GUI. Now I'm scrolling it down. If you would like to switch account from one Claude account to different, you can use the settings option or any general configuration you can perform from here. Along with that, there are multiple slash commands available. The way the slash command we have seen with the Azure, the Claude CLI, similar commands are also available here, like the agents command, the batch command, the by the way command, BTW, the clear command, the code review command, the compact command, the context command, and there are many of them. Fast, feedback, import, initialize command. I have not initialized this project. I can initialize it. I can write my own commands as well. So the way we have seen that, I would like to, I can say that I would, or simply say that init, and that will initialize the Claude project. And at the same time, in the next different session, I can say I create a custom command. So it's going to create, and while this is creating Claude.md file, initializing the Claude project, as you can see here inside this directory, it has created a Claude file, and now you can see that it has Claude.md file talking about this particular project, what all command this project has, nothing at the moment. The bash command which it needs to run this application, and with the architecture of this application. All these details are available here. While the other session which I am running, this is about creating the custom command. So what it does, it is going to create a .Claude folder. As you can see, it has created the Claude folder, and it will add that write test cases or write unit test case for whatever is the name it will think through. It will create that particular command. Yes, it has created, it has thought of creating the right test cases. It was asking me for the confirmation. I have given the confirmation, and it's going to proceed with that. And I have this particular command available. Obviously, to make use of it, I have to reinitiate it. Maybe then only it will work. So you can see that I am not getting any option as of now, but if I try and reload the session, hopefully I should get that command loaded. Yes, reload the session or creating a new session altogether, and I should have not. Maybe in case maybe I have to restart my Visual Studio just to ensure that the project is loaded. Let me show you some of the additional configuration which we have with this Visual Studio Code extension. So on this right of this text window, you can see that it has the Claude extension mods. So the mod currently which is selected is a manual. What does it mean? Is it will, Claude will ask for approval before making an edit or creating or updating any of the file within this particular directory where the Claude session is running. Next, you have the edit automatically mod. This is an option wherein Claude will automatically modify the file, or it will append or write the code changes on your behalf without having any approval, right? The turn mod, which is the third option, in this case, Claude will explore the code and present a plan. What does it mean is, let's say you are asking for writing some implementation, or let's say you have got an error in your application code and you would like to identify that particular error and fix the error. But before it actually fixes the error, you want to generate the or know what are the fixes it is going to perform, in that case, you can ask Claude that this is the error I'm getting, and I would like to know the root cause of this error and the fixes which it needs to apply to fix the error. But rather than automatically fixing it, or rather than start implementing the fixes using the manual or edit automatically option, you can choose this plan option. So what will happen is, in this particular case, it will generate the plan, identify the error, it will generate the plan that because of this error, these are the code changes it needs on these methods or files, and here is the plan. And looking at the plan, you can decide as a reviewer that this changes looks good to me according to the plan, so I would like to proceed further. So as soon as you approve the code changes, it will basically proceed for those changes. The fourth option is the auto option. This is where Claude will automatically start making the changes if those changes, Claude feels that those changes are safe to add in the code. But if the changes are have may create some kind of issue with respect to the functionality, security, or any other issues which it might think that it might have, if it's specific to the code changes, then it will require an approval. Otherwise, it will make its own decision to make those code changes. So I think it is important to worth exploring these options or mod whenever you are basically working on or interacting within your Claude session from this kind of extension. All right. So that is it in this particular episode. In this episode, we have learned how to set up Visual Studio Code extension for Claude, how to configure your workspace, your daily working configuration within the project, how to set up a command, built-in command, custom command, how to configure or set up the different mods within the Claude to run with Visual Studio Code. I hope you have found this useful. If it is, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching it. See you in the next video.